Hey everyone, Jonas here again, and I'm back to the review, and this is a part 4 of the Finest Ray Funko Wave from Figure Reviews. This is part 4 of Finest Ray Waves. So today we'll look at part 4 from Finest Ray's Series 4. One's for Rockstar Animatronics, and one for Mediocre Animatronics. Oh, I'm sorry, Mediocre Melody, according to Finest Ray Wiki. So without any further delays, let's get started to look at these figures. So let's start with Orville Elephant. If you're not familiar with this, for most of you not familiar with this game, he's from not Six Game, instead titled Fazbear Pizza Simulators. Finance Afraid called Fazbear Pizza Simulator, which is a 6 game installment. Was people say they call it Finance Ray 6, a lot of people call it. So here is Orville Elephant. He is a member of known as the Mediocre Electronics. And oops, it just fell over. So yeah, he's known as the he is the elephant. He's a magician elephant for some reason. He is the elephants. Must not familiar these. Yes, Pig Patch the pig, and those are the only we'll get in a second. So here's Orville Elephant. The figures looks not bad. It looks pretty decent, and he looks just like in the video game accurate. Looks 100% accurate. I really like his head sculpt. Has a snout, and his snout. I really like his snout. It's just a hard plastic. I like it has a teeth. His under his teeth. It's kind of hard to see. I like his big old ears and his hat. It has a little bow tie with flowers and chest ribbons. I like it has a buttons detail. Looks like looks like he has a paint scratch. Looks like it was a factory accident. This figure stands about 5.5 inches because of his hat. Now, quick size compares. Here's next to Freddy Fazbear's. Pretty the same size of difference. Now, his surgery he comes with looks like a magic stick. Looks like a magic stick wand, which is just a black and white plastic. The only do that he can fit his hand to that fit. Make like he's ready to spell abracadabra. And Lion's hand looks like loose. Articulation for Orville, he has head can rotate 360 degrees, does get up and down the side to side. His arms goes up and down, goes in and out that much. He has a billable band in the elbow, does swivel wrist, is kind of a little loose. It does waist can rotate. His leg is forwards and back, goes in and out. Then a need. So that's about it. Articulation. Overall, this looks nice. Not a bad figure. It looks pretty one. I mean, you're a fan of the Mediocre Melody. I think it's high ranking than this one. Next is Pig Patch. Pig Patch, he's a pig animatronics. Of course, I do not know. Orville is an elephant. Pig Patch is a pig. Ned Bear is a bear. Mr. Hippo is a bear. Happy Frog Spring. And speaking of that, this is the only two animatronics here. They never made the last three, which is Ned Bear, Mr. Hippo, and Happy Frog. Which is pretty unfortunate, I guess maybe because the line was canceled because they ran out of this. The only main that was a Funko Pop name was pretty rapid. It's too big, so I did not get this one. Maybe someday it was rumored, hopefully future wave. So here is Pig Patch. He is a pig. He comes with a weird banjo's guitar. He comes with banjo guitars. I think it looks very nice. So it's just a brownness details and print has a strange whiteness. Now you're supposed to hold it look like this. But the problem is he won't hold it because it's really loose. That's pretty unfortunate. That was pretty disappointment. So this is probably, if you want to display this, gotta be careful and don't get loose in this. Now the figure itself, the head sculpt for Pig Patch, it looks pretty good. His eyes are two color eyes. One for green is on the left, blue is on the right. I like it has a cheeky, cute, now cute but kind of a little creepy. Gotta love this. It's got a bug too. It's got a little bug too. It has a little cute little belly button. This was actually nice. Love this. It has a pigtails and the rest of the body is nice. Nice little feet. It looks pretty much the same as the rest of the other electronics. Now the size of articulation is just like the Orville. Its heads can rotate. Doesn't down that much. Its arms goes up and down, goes in and out. The wrist. And they're pretty much the same waist and movement. It's a little bit loose. Nice little cool pulsable articulation. That's a really nice looking figure. Pretty cool one. I mean, your fantasy. Not. Next, we have L ships. This figure stands about. This figure stands about 6 inches, 6.5, or wait, 5.5 inches because Mexico head is pretty big. Now it comes with a few surgery. He comes with looks like a tiny guitar with a Mexico guitars. I can't remember what kind of guitar is that. Leave it in the comments, and I can't remember his name. The guitar, pronounce it. Looks a nice little details. This is a brown. This is shorter guitars. You can actually hold to his and fit look like that. Now the biggest looks nice little hold. Now let's just take the surgery away. Let's take a look at the figure itself. The figure itself, the articulation only just head can rotate, pretty much saying. Arms goes up and down. Its leg is forwards and back. It can't go back because it's a big old tail. It does have swivel waist movement. Speaking of tail, I do really like his giant tails, his big tails. This tail is huge. And he is based on animatronic gophers. Speaking of this, the head sculpt for L Chip looks really nice. I really love this head sculpt. He has a retool from the others. I like it as a bucket tooth. He has a weird orange tooth. Looks like the paint just accidentally. I love his Mexico hat because he loves the tacos. I think it's safe to say it looks pretty nice on the detail. I really like this here. There's a lot. And I'm kind of glad that this figure he does not get fall over thanks to the big old tail just saying it. So overall, I think it's saying this looks pretty nice little figure. So I'm glad of. And he is only in electronics now. Now you're not familiar who's electronics. Now, if you're not familiar with these, for most of you not who LJ is, he appears. One was the Funtime Chica. He is the one with the Chica alongside the whatever his name, unclassified electronics, and she is from Funtime and Chica. So that was overall pretty well. This. Alright, let's move on to the next. These two was this. The left is Rockstar Freddy, and the right is Rockstar Foxy. Now both figures looks pretty nice. It looks pretty accurate for this one. Let's go look at the Funtime Freddy or Rockstar Freddy first. Looks really nice in detail. Like it has a goofy face. His eyes are. I really like it has brown. There's some teeth. It has a happy face. I like it has a bow tie. I like it has a star on his chest. Now he comes with a few surgery. He comes with a microphone, which is a nice detail. It's just purple with silver instead of gray. As for Rockstar Foxy, I think he looks really nice to detail. His even has a gold tooth. Well, compare the first Foxy figure from the Series 1. He also had a cute little Foxy parrot, Rockstar Foxy's parrot. But sadly, you cannot remove him. You can't remove. Mine's the paint looks like missing paint, just scratch detail on this. As for articulation for Freddy, which just like previously one, his head could rotate, arms and down, and his waist movement, and his leg is forwards and back, in and out, and the knees. As for Pirate, pretty much the same. He does get head turn, doesn't down that much. He comes with a weird, unexpected. It comes with looks like a. Again, I can't remember his name is in these instruments. Leave it in the comments. Looks like a piano with, the pole, the use for the parrots. So that's in Harris. Looks nice one. The only Nice little detail red. He's got a red instead of orange. As for Foxy articulation, continue it. He goes and links out. There's legs to force the back, goes in out the knees. He also had the weird Pyrex legs that looks nice. There's only one problem. If you try and figure sand in, this happened. His fingers fell over. As a holder with surgery, that sign can actually hold that's that. So overall, this looks pretty good. One of the only complaint I have, this here is Pirate Rockstar Foxy. I try and stand, he just falls over quickly. So that is the that's all of the Sears wave. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Lifty figure. I do not have Lifty. I do not have one. I think it's somewhere I found it I think it's from the Columbus Antique Mall, that shop that was next to Cozy. When I found it was like, what is that? The ring was a stone melt. So yeah, I didn't get them. So maybe someday hopefully get them. So that is these twos. And finally, last and not least, we have Scrappies. Now this is one figure that I was pretty excited to look for. Scrappies. Now the case not familiar. Scrappies was one of the second antagonists from Final Story of the Pizza Simmering Faster Pizza. I think I'm correct. And this story is pretty accurate. Secret with Centronic. And this is probably the most frustrating figure I ever seen. First off, the head. It's supposed that I was putting the symbol together, and the problem is its head fell out. I was extremely disappointed. I try and push so hard because I can't, because his head was just break his neck will be very extremely carefully. The rest of the figures looks nice, looks pretty accurate. In case you're not familiar, Scrappy, he's one of the animatronics who appears in stock animatronics with her along with Scrap Trap and Multifray. Speaking of which, this is the only figure Scrappy. They never made the two, which is both Multifray and Scrap Trap, who was the main villain from this game. And the rest of Rockstar Bonnie and Rockstar Chica, they never made them. They actually never made the figure because apparently line was canceled. Apparently because the design was too scary for kids. I guess it's a shame because they did not make this one. This figure stands about. This figure stands is about 5.5 inches because of the crowns. As for articulation for Scrappy, it does has a head to rotate, and his arms goes up and down, goes in and out. There's an elbow. No wrist articulation. No wrist articulation for some reason. It does have swivel waist. Leg as far as the back goes in and out, then it needs, so that's it. I really like his nice little his royal skate. Looks pretty cool. His other hand looks like his giant claws of scissor hands. That looks pretty and his hand is creepy robot's hand. Looks pretty disgusting, disturbing. Looks kind of straight out of the horror sci-fi films. So yeah, that is the Build-A-Figure Scrappy. Now hopefully after review this, maybe I'll put it as like I put a hairdryer to put in the head to attach his head. So that is it. Overall, I think this figure is okay. The thing is looks nice is I kind of really wish there kind of more of the rest of the gang. And like I said before, that unfortunately they never made the other rest ones like Mr. Hippo, Happy Frog, Net Bear, Rockstar Bonnie and Chica, Multi Freddy, and the Scrap Trap. They never made this figure. Apparently, they just completely forgot. Those are incomplete. So that's the case. Also, I don't have Lifty figure, so that's my fortunately. So overall, I think this overall is okay for flying this one. There was also a variant that was the Walmart exclusive one that translucent plastic. This figure's same mode, but I don't want to buy it. They're just stupid. I guess I just prefer to stick the regular one. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one. If you're a fan of this, I guess I highly recommend collect this one. So anyway, hopefully you enjoy this one. Stay tuned for more next review. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.